George Washington Carver's lifetime, created by Mrs. Phillips' class. George Washington Carver was born to slave parents around 1864 in Diamond Grove, Missouri. George had one brother and one sister. This was during the Civil War. When George was very young, he was kidnapped along with his mother and sister. George's owner sent someone after them, but only George was returned. After the Civil War ended, George was free but stayed with his owners, Susan and Moses Carver. Susan taught George and his brother how to read and write, since the schools in that area would not allow black children to attend. As a little boy, George loved nature and taught himself about plants and animals. People started to call him the plant doctor because he could help his neighbors make sick plants healthy again.
When Carver was 12, he left the home of Susan and Moses Carver to go to a school for African American children. He had to stay with other families while he was at school.
George graduated from Minneapolis High School in Kansas. He was accepted to Highland College in Kansas, but once they found out he was black, the college turned him away. In 1890, George attended Sinsman College to study music and art. Soon after, George transferred to Iowa State Agricultural College. He was the first black student there, and he studied botany, the study of plants. Carver was the first African American to graduate from Iowa State in 1864. He graduated with a Bachelor's of Science. Then he stayed to teach. He was the first African American professor there. He graduated with a master's degree in 1896. The same year he graduated with his master's degree, Booker T. Washington asked Carver to come and teach at Tuskegee Institute in Alabama. He would be a teacher, run a lab, and be head of the agricultural department. Carver taught at the Tuskegee Institute and outside the school as well. He helped poor farmers who were having trouble making enough money by growing and selling cotton. Carver taught farmers how to change what they planted every year, or rotate their crops between cotton and other plants such as sweet potatoes, peanuts, pecans, and peas. He helped farmers learn how to keep their soil healthy. Carver used a Jessup wagon to teach farmers at their own farms.
George invented more than 300 uses for the peanut, including items like paper, punch, ink, shaving cream, paint, flour, lotion, and soap. In addition, he came up with over 100 uses for the sweet potato, including things like coffee, flour, sugar, vinegar, silk, glue, and syrup.
In 1921, Carver spoke to lawmakers, even though some didn't want him to because he was black. He was allowed 10 minutes to talk. People were so interested in what he was saying, they let him speak for over 90 minutes. He helped to pass a law that helped peanut farmers.
In 1938, George Washington Carver worked with Henry Ford to make better cars using crops like soybeans. Before he passed, he donated $60,000, his life savings, to the Tuskegee Institute to help others learn. In 1943, his health was failing. He took a fall down some stairs and died at the age of 78. We can learn much from George Washington Carver's life. Never give up. Keep trying. Help people without expecting much return. Respect others and the earth.
Keep learning your whole life.
A weed is a flower growing in the wrong place. George Washington Carver.